Welcome back to TechHub.training. This is the Save Time Automate Challenge solution. In this video walkthrough, we'll review the Python script that I created to solve this challenge, as well as the Excel file and just how we run the Python script to make the data entry more automated and much more efficient than manually typing it in. So let's review this code first. In the first section, I imported the libraries that will have the functions to help me with this code. I chose to import time, which will be helpful for keeping the time for the script, as well as delaying the script to give us time to get ready in the Excel file. Additionally, I imported the pandas library. This one is just easy for reading in a data frame in an efficient manner. And then finally is the PyInput keyboard library. And this is helpful for performing keyboard operations such as typing in values or pressing certain keys. This will help us to navigate the Excel file. To begin, I declared my variables. I just called my keyboard controller a variable called keyboard just to keep it simple. And then I also used an input function to be able to get the location of the file path for the data. And you can see that next I'm going to delay the script after I press the run button so that I can get my cursor into the proper section of the Excel file. Next, I used the pd.read CSV, and it's going to pull in the location variable, which contains the file path to my CSV file. So I'll be left with a data frame that I can reference in future lines. Next, we're going to loop through the data frame and perform an operation for each row, which is indicated here. So for each row, I'm going to use the keyboard.type function, and I'm going to type the cost, which is essentially the amount of the split, into the Excel file, and then the keyboard will hit enter. So you can see in here that it's going to type in a value and then hit enter, type in a value and hit enter. And it's going to loop through every row in the data frame, and then finally it's going to stop my timer and just print out a script. This says script completed and the amount of time. Let's look at the Excel file really quickly. And you can see I completed the optional step to manually type in all of the data from the CSV file. And you can see there's errors. An extra decimal in this one. Looks like I actually accidentally hit the 4, an extra time in this one. And with the numbers being so similar, and looking over from the CSV file to the Excel file, I obviously missed some numbers and the variance is off. So obviously this is very inefficient because it would take a long time for me to go and find where I was wrong and be able to go and correct this. So even doing the manual data entry and having all of the errors took me about 312 seconds of just manually typing this in. Obviously extremely inefficient. So let's go ahead and run this Python script and see how much faster it is. So I'm going to run it, and it's going to ask for the file path. So I'll paste it here and add the file path there. It's going to give me a couple seconds to get situated. And look at that. The Python script is just going to type in the value for each row in the CSV file, hit enter, and repeat. And just like that, it's completed. We see right here that our timer says 16.13 seconds is all it took. Our variance is 0, which means it typed it in exactly. And it all adds up to our total charge. So we'll say it took 16 seconds. And over here we can see that the automated data entry was 19 and a half times faster than my manual data entry, and it took about 5.13% of the amount of time that it took me to do manually. So you can see if this was a task that you had to do every single day, just how much time you could save. Um, and even if the splits increase and become longer, it'll be able to still do it just as quickly and more accurate. So hopefully this was a helpful introduction to some simple task automation with Python, and hopefully you'll find ways to be able to use this in your own business challenges and work environments, and make your job a little bit faster, and hopefully impress the supervisor as well. Thanks for completing this challenge, and we look forward to seeing you next time.